Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ed Long. I'm executive chef at Lancaster General Hospital. Today we're doing some healthy cooking demonstrations. I believe the recipes are being made available. We're having some Lebanese chicken kebabs today. If you're using a grill for them in the summertime, that's great. You get a lot of charred flavor on it. If you're using an electric griddle like I am today to get some nice color on it, that's great. If you like your oven, you like the bacon there, go ahead and use that as well. But just remember, my best friend in the kitchen is a thermometer. And I know my chicken is safe when it's reached an internal temperature of 165 degrees. It's easy to overcook it and end up with something that's dry and rubbery. I'm going to begin making the marinade for this. We have some assorted vegetables, which are actually some things we've added to the recipe just to give a little bit more color and variety and make things more attractive. It's something you might do at home. You know, we looked at the recipe and said, boy, that looks a little bland. So why don't we perk it up with some vegetables? And plus, if you add vegetables, you know you can eat more than 1 or 2 skewers. You can eat 3 or 4 and still be healthy with a proper amount of protein, and you're getting your vegetables. So I'm going to take some fresh lemon. And the key to the success of this marinade, in particular, is the use of the fresh lemon in a larger quantity than you might make in a dressing. If you're making a dressing at home, you might use 3 parts of olive oil and 1 part of lemon juice if you're making a lemon vinaigrette. Now if you're making a marinade, you just want more flavor. So you don't have to use as much oil. You can put 1 part and 1 part. You can put 3 parts and 2 parts of lemon juice. You don't have to use all of it. I mean, you don't have to use as much oil. The oil's just going to cook off when you put it on the grill anyway. I'm going to chop up some fresh herbs to go in there, the mint and the oregano. And a lot of this you can do to taste. If you don't like strongly flavored things, you can cut back on the mint. You could add more oregano. The most important thing to remember about fresh herbs if you're using them is don't cook them long. They lose their essential oils when you subject to long cooking time. You want to keep them easy, quick, and fresh. I'm going to add my kosher salt. I'm going to be judicious in about how much I add. I'm going to add a little pepper. And I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil. You can use whatever oil you enjoy. If you don't like the strong flavor of an extra virgin olive oil, you can use a canola oil or a healthy vegetable oil. So I'm just using a little bit of oil in here. I'm not going to use as much as the recipe calls for because it's not going to help me in the flavor department to put more oil on this. We've got some cooking over here, and what I figured today when I was cooking them is that they take about 20 minutes to cook through. The recipe that you might get says 4 minutes on each side. That seems a little unrealistic to me for chicken. Cooking them on the grill should take 20 minutes, I'm guessing. So what we're going to do is load up our skewer with some vegetables, whatever you like is the key. Whatever's in season, whatever's local. Lancaster County, since I moved here a year and a half ago, has some of the best local produce I've seen anywhere in the world. So you guys have a bounty and definitely take advantage of that. I'm going to try to get a little bit of everything on here. Now if I was at home, again, I'm going to be trying to do these the night before and marinating them the night before. What happens when you marinate is that you increase the flavor with an acid. A seasoned acid in contact with the protein causes what's called denaturing of the proteins. In effect, it's cooking it a little bit in the vinegar. So that's the effect you might see overnight. Why does your chicken turn white when you put it in vinegar overnight? Well, it's because it's cooking a little bit. Okay, the proteins are becoming denatured. If I want the flavor of this, I'm gonna let this sit overnight in a pan in the refrigerator and let it get nice and melted together and full of flavor. Use your thermometer, cook it to 165 degrees. A nice side dish to go with this might be something like a rice, an herb flavored rice with maybe some citrus notes in it or something like that, and some almonds or pecans. Or you might try an Italian risotto. Chicken breast is a low-fat option that offers only about 1 ounce or 1 gram of fat per ounce of meat, whereas maybe at 4 grams per ounce of fat.